Today we're going to make a very profitable airline that makes no sense at all. We're going to start as a regional airline in Germany and eventually have the whole world. To begin, we've got 6 passengers in Berlin that want to go to Munich, now 7, and Hamburger. So we'll go ahead and connect them up with the routes they want, and went to Hamburg as well, so now the passengers can get to where they're going. If the passengers build up for too long, we lose. They also have 5 people that want to get to Frankfurt. So we're going to not connect down there because we can't afford it yet, but we can maybe find a cheaper route that will get us there. Or we can just save up money. I would like to do Hamburg to get there. I'm already stressed and I've got 2 planes in the air. I can't imagine dealing with all this in this very accurate map. Okay, we got $107 because some of the idiots finally got to where they wanted to go. There's a lot of people that want to get to Hamburg and that's a nice short flight. And the red plane means it's full, so we got 19 passengers finally getting all the way to Munich. So that means we can connect Hamburg to Frankfurt, and that means the Berliners over here can get all the way over there as soon as we actually buy the plane. I like how aggressive some of these countries seem because of the names or different sizes. Like Belgium is tiny, but then it's Poland very abruptly. So people in Frankfurt want to get to Munich, and you know what? As soon as we can, we're going to close this gap. That way they can move around hopefully a little quicker. Because right now, for them to go from Frankfurt to Munich, they've got to go a long ways around. Oktoberfest is being held in Munich. The number of passengers looking to fly there increased by 3 times. We definitely better add some routes. And a new airport in Stuttgart. Alright, well, we're going to have a bit of a layover there. You'd probably be better off driving or even walking at this point, but if I can put people in the air, I'll make money. I also need to unlock Luxembourg in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which costs $300. Berlin is almost full, so we're going to upgrade it so it has more capacity. We have a lot of very full planes flying, and we can actually upgrade these for $100. I do need to keep an eye on my money though. We need $300 for little Luxembourg. The people in Hamburg, there's 8 of them now wanting to go all the way to Berlin. So that should be a nice easy route. We're getting lots of full planes, which I think is a good thing. Maybe we need bigger planes. Whatever the case, we've got Luxembourg, $300, now unlocked. So now we're technically an international airline as soon as I connect it to Frankfurt. Next, we need the Czech Republic, which is over here. That's going to cost $321, but now we got more people traveling more places for more money. I am sort of tempted to connect Frankfurt to Berlin because I feel like there's a popular route that's going to collect from over here up, but I don't think it's necessary yet. As long as people have a reasonable route to get to where they're going, I can make them bounce around a million times. They don't really have a choice because I'm the only airline in the world. We're also going to upgrade Hamburg because it's consistently getting a little bit yellow, and going a little bit yellow is not good for us. We're also going to upgrade this plane to level 2. It's going to move faster and carry more people. There's also a plane flying over here only carrying 20 people. We're going to upgrade that route as soon as we can. We've also unlocked the city of Dumbledore, so it'll be wonderful to connect that in, probably to Frankfurt as well. Frankfurt's probably also going to get an upgrade right away because I feel like it's going to end up being our main hub. Whatever we're doing so far, it's working. We're making money and we haven't gone under yet. That plane was red, so we upgraded it. Now it's only at 20 of 50 capacity. Guess I should probably actually tie Dusseldorf in at this point at $60, and I think we get a new plane in the air. The people at Frankfurt really want to get to Berlin a lot, also to Luxembourg, but that's a short flight back and forth, but I really am tempted to go like that to give them a shorter. I'm going to try it. So now they can go between these 2 obviously very busy cities, so we'll move a lot of people that way. We'll make a lot of money doing it. I'm also going to upgrade a few of our other planes. I realize you can see by the look of them what they are, so if they look more like a jet, they're a big boy plane. And there's another plane going to be upgraded. This one is also full, but we also made the $100 we need. So money's starting to roll in and we're feeling pretty confident about our stability. One more plane over here. It was currently carrying 18 people, but now all the planes can carry up to 50 people. So everyone should be getting on the plane pretty readily. A popular urban blogger posted a video review about the Berlin airport. Long story short, number of passengers in Berlin increased by 50%. So big thank you to Bob Ross. And we also have Nuremberg, so we're going to have to try that into, I don't know, let's just put you through Frankfurt. Frankfurt's probably also going to get leveled up in a big way because we're putting everything through there right now. So if we can get everyone to Frankfurt, that should distribute people outwards. We're going to use that as our hub, and hopefully that's a smart idea and not wonderfully stupid. There's another plane we need to upgrade. We got 2 minutes left for the Czech Republic, 321, that should be no problem. Berlin is still managing to go yellow because there's so many people sitting there waiting, but as soon as one plane takes off, it feels better. That's a very half full plane. But we're going to unlock the Czech Republic before that timer runs down because I would not remember that. Prague. There's someone in Prague that wants to go to Frankfurt, and that's fine by me. Go to Frankfurt. That's going to be our big fat hub. I need to forever be on the lookout for basic planes so I can upgrade them for only $100. Next, we want Poland. We got 7 minutes to do it though, so that really shouldn't be too bad. So far, everything feels very good. Every once in a while, we get something going a little bit yellow, but if I'm understanding this, Berlin can hold a lot of people. It seems there's not really a limit to how many planes can land or take off in a single airport, so you probably really can utilize a singular hub without causing any issues. Our Frankfurt is very busy, and we got a new airport at Hangover, so we're going to connect Frankfurt to Hangover. And we're also just going to connect those two because I don't want people flying all the way there and back again. That would be silly, and we don't do anything silly here on this channel. Munich is starting to get full. Okay, we're starting to get some yellow dots popping up here and there. The planes do come and correct it pretty quickly, but it's a little nerve-wracking when you see that happen. And I'm not really sure where we get new planes from. It's every time we have a new route, or if sometimes we just get a plane born. We could buy a new plane. Oh, it's specifically for in between routes. Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, well, we're going to buy a level 3 plane to go from Berlin to Frankfurt. Look how fast it is. Okay, now that I know that, this is going to get much easier. So now the Berlin to Frankfurt route is going to be well taken care of. Munich to Berlin and Stuttgart. There's lots of planes going in between here, so I'm going to add a very expensive short-range plane for this gap. There's also quite a few people going from Frankfurt to Prague, so I'm just going to put a level 1 plane in and probably upgrade that from there, just so it's level 2. Munich is getting all backed up with people trying to go to Berlin, so we're going to buy another... We're going to give them a level 3 plane as well, just to be sure. Because that way they don't have to go through Frankfurt and up, they go straight up. Stuttgart is also making me nervous. We're going to upgrade it just so it stops doing its thing. And we're also going to upgrade Munich because those two are troublemakers. Munich is still sitting there yellow, but it's a pretty big gap to get to Berlin, so we definitely need to be sure there's always planes in the air between them. Well, now that we've got things halfway under control, it's time for Poland, Warsaw, which is way over there, so that's going to be an expensive $307 just to connect it. A fireworks festival is being held in Luxembourg, 2 times passengers for a week. And I've never heard of this city in my life, but it's apparently in Poland and people want to be there. For now, I'm going to connect Warsaw to Berlin. That's only $183, and then yeah, everyone in Poland's going to go through Warsaw. And because this is a big enough gap, I'm actually going to add another plane right away to it because I assume there's going to be a lot of people going through this. Well, I'm going to put a route between Prague and whatever this is. That way they can at least get to Frankfurt quickly, and Frankfurt can distribute everywhere fairly quickly. So as long as they can make it to Frankfurt or even Berlin, it should be okay. Next, we're after the very accurately shaped Sweden. There's a little plane here that's red. We're definitely going to upgrade that. The Warsaw-Berlin route is definitely getting some colorful planes on it. Berlin is sitting okay. I definitely still want to connect everything to Frankfurt if I can. I want a very central hub, so that's just going to give people options. The more planes and routes we have, the easier it'll be to distribute. There's lots of people at Prague wanting to go to Warsaw, so I'm probably going to have to put a direct route there, even if it's with a little baby plane for now. I like how I'm now a major airline, flying between all sorts of countries and cities, and I have $57. This part really is good though, because there's a lot of cities close together. As long as I can quickly ship them into Frankfurt, they can get pretty much wherever they want to from there. Basically, as long as they're less than 1-2 stops away from Frankfurt, I think it's okay. Lublin, probably sister city to Dublin, or whatever. I don't know. We're just going to connect it to here and to here. Because then for there, it's only 1 stop to Warsaw, then 1 to Frankfurt. And from Frankfurt, you can get pretty much everywhere. Prague is getting a little bit yellow, so we're just going to go ahead and lazily upgrade it. Berlin to Hamburg is a very busy route, so I'm actually going to add another level 3 plane between those two. That's a very short route, but as long as it's carrying lots and lots of people, then we're going to be in good shape. Well, we got no respect for Denmark because we're skipping right over top of it to Sweden. We're going to fly over their airspace, maybe, but we got to get to Stockholm. From Stockholm, they want to go to Berlin and Frankfurt and Lublin, but they're mostly probably the major cities. So to connect Stockholm to Berlin is $290. To connect it all the way there would be $421. I don't know if we're going to do that yet because we can get them to Berlin, and Berlin's a pretty good hub. Especially if we give them, I don't know, maybe an extra step going that way. Warsaw, we're going to upgrade because that was a scary color. Munich is also going to get leveled up because it was turning a color. We have 1 lone plane. There are some Stockholmers looking to get to Germany. Hopefully this isn't an overly busy route, but I'm going to buy a $300 plane to sit on this route. So at least anyone wanting to go to or from Stockholm, Berlin is the key to that. This place also needs an upgrade. It's got a lot of people wanting to go not very far, but apparently they're struggling to do it. All level 2 planes have been removed from service due to suspected hydraulic faults in Luxembourg. They could be replaced by similar ones for $133. Yeah, I guess I don't really have a choice there. Apparently there was only like 1 of those planes in existence anyway, because I'm a good airline. Our next goal is Neverland. That's going to cost $393. Shouldn't take too long. We just unlocked Dresden as well. We're going to connect it down to Frankfurt because we connect everything to Frankfurt. And then we're going to buy another level 1 plane for there, and that should hopefully carry that route along nicely. People in Berlin want to get to Hanover. They can get 2 stops to get there, so that should be fine. That one plane will carry most of them to Hamburg and then Hanover. We do have a very full little plane flying up this way, so we're going to upgrade it. Even that one's quite full. There's not a lot of people flying through there, and as long as they get to Frankfurt, then they're good. Frankfurt's going to need an upgrade at some point too. So all the people piling up in Stockholm right now, they'll get on a plane and land in Berlin and distribute from there. Yeah, we can fit everyone up there in one plane anyway, so we don't really need any upgrades. Dusseldorf is still struggling a little bit, so we're going to add a level 1 plane and then upgrade that as soon as we can. We're going to upgrade Berlin because it's getting a scary color and people are really taking their sweet time to get in and out of there. I'm going to add just a few little connector routes just to sort of make things a little bit quicker. We got a lot of weird little planes. People are starting to have to go kind of bigger routes, and it's really cheap to do a little few of these connecting routes. And it really costs us no like fuel or ongoing cost to add these things, so the more we can connect things, really the better. And we got a new city right in the middle of things, so it's going to go between these 2 cities. So if you can make it to either one of those, you can get there, but also to Frankfurt, our favorite. Stockholm color is starting to change just a little bit, so for only $100 we can upgrade that. We can also add another small plane that's going to help carry that load. This isn't chaotic enough. We're unlocking Neverland. Amsterdam is in the mix. There's no people here. They don't want to go anywhere. Well, they want to go to Stuttgart. I will give them Frankfurt. Frankfurt at best. Amsterdam is a pretty major city, so I'm going to assume there's going to be a lot of people there because obviously this game is based on hyperrealism. So in Amsterdam, they want to go to a lot of local places. Well, maybe make a direct route to Berlin as well. That's another sort of bigger hub. So as long as they can get to some of the big hubs, they'll get to wherever it is they want to go. I'm also going to upgrade Warsaw because it seems to be a pretty busy route. They do want to be able to get to, well, even that's only 2 stops. So it's kind of dumb to make it expensive route between them. So we've got 10 minutes to get Belarus. That's $420. It won't take us long to make that money. I want to make sure all of these routes are okay. We have a full plane there, so we're going to upgrade that. Frankfurt's I'm just going to give it an upgrade now. We're putting so much traffic through it that we need to be sure that it can hold all the idiots. Dusseldorf's also going to get 2 times passengers. And Sweden's on the map with the 2nd city. Congratulations to them. So we'll connect them up to Stockholm with a level 1 plane. And Gothenburg's also going to go straight to Frankfurt with a level 3 plane. That way we're sure that people are getting to wherever they want to go quickly. And people in Stockholm want to go to Gothenburg quite a lot, so that's going to work out well for me. We'll add a 2nd plane along that route and upgrade the planes that are there. I'm also going to need to upgrade some of these more basic airports just to support more people, just to be sure, because these can turn from yellow to red very quickly and then we're dead. It already feels very busy and we're only operating in Northern Europe. We've quickly saved up $1,000, so let's try Belarus for $420. Minsk. Well, we're going to connect Minsk to Warsaw right away, just so they have a nice easy route, but then I'm going Minsk to Frankfurt, our hub, for $518 very cheap dollars. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save up and do that for $818. That way there's lots of people going all the way across. I haven't entirely convinced myself this is a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. And we have a new Polish airport, conveniently along a route that the planes don't want to divert to, so we're just going to go ahead and tie this into everything around it and hope that all works out. I feel like the Minsk airport is going to be pretty busy. There's people going all the way to Gothenburg. That's quite a trip. Well, I guess I can go Frankfurt to Gothenburg, which is a little roundabout, but at least if we connect anything to Frankfurt, it's okay. I'm going to do a few more little connections here and there because they're cheap. We've got 10 minutes to get France, but we got $10, so we're just going to buy it now. Paris has entered the mix. That's going to go straight to Frankfurt with a fairly big plane. It's probably not going to be super necessary yet, but eventually there's just going to be a lot of traffic, and as long as things can get between Paris to Frankfurt quickly, it'll all be good. The Belarus government gave me a grant for transport network development in the amount of $443. We have 3 new cities available, so they can all just go to Minsk where they belong. But I'm going to give them all a 2nd plane just to be sure they're not causing any trouble over here. So they get to Minsk, and from Minsk they can go to Frankfurt, where they can get anywhere they want in the entire universe. There's also Lyon, that's going to connect to Paris and also straight to Frankfurt, just because Frankfurt's our superhero. Minsk is actually starting to get pretty full, so I'm going to need to upgrade it and maybe also give it another big plane going somewhere. Probably the one that's going over to Frankfurt. Yep, that'll work. Big planes between the big hubs. Big planes can bring them all to Frankfurt and they can distribute like ants to the rest of everywhere. I haven't taken over the world yet, but we're getting closer. I think I'm actually going to need to make a direct route from that place to Frankfurt, just because there's a lot of yellow going here, and that's kind of an awkward spot to get to for everyone. So if they can get straight from there to Frankfurt and back, that's going to ease a lot of congestion. Okay, and Marseille has entered the equation. That's going to go straight to Lyon and straight to Frankfurt as well. That's a longer route, so I'm going to add upgraded planes along that as well, just to be sure. So far, everything's looking pretty good. Sweden's starting to give us some trouble. Those people want to go to Poland all the way to Paris. But they can do that in 2 stops. They just got to go to Frankfurt then to Paris. So I think we're okay. I think I'm actually going to add a route from Gothenburg to Warsaw, just to ease a little bit of congestion between those two. That way people flying from Eastern Europe don't necessarily need to go to Berlin or Frankfurt to fly north. They can take a more direct route. While I'm at it, I'm going to connect some of these smaller stranger routes so people don't have to fly around. Someone spilled their coffee and wants $300. I'm going to hire a lawyer instead. I should sue him for wasting coffee. We have a new airport in Nice, so we're going to connect that straight to Marseille and then to Frankfurt, of course, just so people can get everywhere they want. Our lawyers managed to prove that this incident occurred due to turbulence. We don't have to pay anything. Yes, good. That's what you get for spilling coffee. Paris is continually sitting yellow, so we're definitely going to upgrade it and see if we can get another route, maybe somewhere more directly. We're going to go from Paris all the way to Warsaw directly. That way we can skip people over some of Frankfurt potentially. And this place is also getting busy. Next, we want Latvia. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Riga. So we're going to connect Riga probably straight to a few of the local places as soon as we have some money. Starting to get a little bit worried about Frankfurt. Sometimes this place really builds up. There are people going down here. Oh, we have a new place down here as well. We'll see how busy it is over here, but in theory it's only 2 stops to Frankfurt, which is usually the winning formula. Marseille definitely needs an upgrade. Apparently there's a lot of people like flying here. Okay, there's a lot going back and forth right here. So we're going to buy a few planes to make sure they're happy. So before unlocking a new country, we have 10 minutes to get to Denmark. We're going to actually, speak of which, we still didn't tie in the last country we got. There's people waiting here and there's literally no routes. I wouldn't be lying if I said it wasn't the first time I forgot about Riga. So we're actually going to tie that all the way to Frankfurt. We have one small, definitely populated plane, but now the people here can get to where they're going in a very, very roundabout way so far. But just to make sure they have some options, they're also going to be able to fly directly to Minsk and maybe also Warsaw. And actually, if they need to go up to Sweden, they should probably just take a quicker route. That's not going to be the busiest, but instead of people going all the way down here and then up, that's going to be better. Prices of new planes and upgrades for existing ones are twice as high for a week, so new planes are going to be expensive. There are a lot of people waiting here to go to Riga, Latvia, so we're going to upgrade some of the routes in between. And the quicker we can move people between these routes anyway, the more efficient everything's going to be, so the more options we have, the less congestion. It's definitely a little bit hard to ease that congestion. Apparently also there to Stuttgart is quite a congested little route, so we're going to add some planes in there. This is at double the cost, but we got to do what we got to do to keep the customers happy. We have a new city here, so we're going to connect it there and also straight to Frankfurt, of course, because all roads lead to Frankfurt. I'm also going to do something a little strange and connect from Nice all the way up to here. That's $500, but I just want something to potentially go this way to carry people hopefully slightly quicker. PR department is advising us to launch a massive ad campaign. Costs $310, but increases ticket price by $2 2 times for a week. Yes. And we got a new airport up here, so we're going to connect that to Frankfurt and Paris. That way, as long as they get it to Frankfurt, they can go anywhere they want. So now we're making double money for a week. The campaign succeeded, so easy money for us. Now we just need to figure out where the congestion is and start fixing it. So I put big new planes to Riga, Minsk from Warsaw, and we're going to find every other yellow spot and use this double money to really upgrade some planes. So everywhere we're seeing a yellow dot, I'm going to click on it, look at where it's going, and buy a very big plane to go between them. There's no direct route from Toulouse to Paris yet, so we're going to buy that with a level 3 plane. That should ease congestion there. They need to go to that place. And just like that, we've turned Europe green again. Anyways, we got 1 minute left to get Denmark, so we're going to like Denmark, Copenhagen. They're going to connect to Gothenburg really easily. And to Frankfurt with a basic plane for now. We'll upgrade that later. We're also going to give them a route to Minsk as soon as we can afford it. Maybe Warsaw is better. Next, we need this little place called the United Kingdom. These new cities also keep sneaking up on me, but as long as I manage to connect them in at some point, I think it's going to be okay. We're also going to make Frankfurt very busy if we keep pushing it like this. I'm going to put a new route from Paris to Berlin with a level 3 plane because we have lots of money now anyway, so I might as well add a few big routes between some of the more popular areas. Like Copenhagen to Frankfurt's getting a new level 3 plane, same with Copenhagen to Warsaw gets a level 3 plane. Carry lots of people in that direction. Paris is still yellow. So we're going to upgrade Paris itself to level 3 and then, well, there's people only going back and forth here, so it's really not that bad. They're just a bunch of babies. I'm also going to go from Gothenburg to Prague with the level 3 just to keep more people moving in the center as well. Our financial department offers us not to build first level airports because of low capacity, but we need to make some investments in opening the building material. $3,000, yeah, we'll take a loan. That sounds fine. Pretty sure airports are built on loans. I love how they put these cities and airports right under an existing flight path. Like, just push the people out and they'll land where they need to go. It's cheaper than redirecting all their routes. We're finally past our loan stage. We got some money again, so we're going to connect Bro here to Prague. And also this place. Those might be fairly full flights, but if they get to Prague, they can get to anywhere, especially Frankfurt. I have less than 1 minute to unlock the United Kingdom. Well, then we should probably do that. London. Then we need Estonia, but for now we're going to collect London to Paris. Pretty sure they're the best of friends anyway. That's going to be a high level route. Also London to Frankfurt. That's going to be also a level 3 route. And we also have Birmingham and Stonehenge, which is the capital of Europe. So Birmingham to London, that's going to be a level 1 route for now because we don't care about Birmingham. We are also going to do London to Warsaw. That's going to be a level 3 route that we can carry people all the way to Eastern Europe in a hurry. Okay, London has a lot of people wanting to get to Birmingham for some reason. I don't get it either, but we'll let them have it. We can participate in an air show for $342. Also, Copenhagen is having some trouble, so we're just going to go ahead and upgrade it. We'll throw money at the problem. Okay, they need to go to London and Amsterdam. So we'll do straight to there with a level 3 route, and that feels wasteful, so we'll do a level 1 route there. We also have a place called Manchester that wants to connect to Birmingham. We made $684 off of our air show. Don't know how, don't care. Okay, the countdown for Estonia is on, so we're going to go ahead and take that. $590 is a lot. Glad I clicked on this with more time than I needed. Newcastle is going to connect to Manchester, then it's also going to go to London, and then Greater Europe from there. Amsterdam is a new biggest problem, all because people want to go straight to Manchester and nowhere else. Amsterdam is turning red apparently. Not sure what we did to deserve that. They all want to go to the UK. They can basically swim from there. And now we have Glasgow as well. We're going to connect it to Newcastle, but probably also to London. I imagine it's going to be a busy route, and probably to Amsterdam because everyone in the UK loves Amsterdam apparently. They cannot get off the planes fast enough. I spent the last 5 minutes upgrading, clicking on red planes. Now we need Belgium. We got 40 seconds to do it. And for $630, we got Belgium, Brussels. So we'll disconnect it to all the local capitals, and that'll probably pretty much take care of Brussels. But I feel accomplished now that I've connected literally every European country together. So we'll pick this up here next time.